Have you ever wondered, what if I were struck by lightning and survived? Would I gain incredible superpowers? Movies and comics tempt us to believe that lightning is a switch that can turn on hidden abilities. Let's look at some real stories. In 1975 in Aiken, South Carolina, a man was talking on the phone when lightning struck. He claimed that 180,000 volts surged through his body, and after regaining consciousness, he said he developed the ability to foresee events, predicting presidential elections, the collapse of the Soviet Union, even the Gulf War. Then there's Brian Skinner from Australia. He was photographing a storm near the coast with his tripod planted in wet sand when lightning hit. For a while afterward, he believed he could read other people's thoughts. But those abilities faded with time. And there are quite a few lightning survivors who report changes in their senses, or even moments of foresight after their close call. So, what does science say? When lightning passes through the body, the current can jolt nerve cells in an instant. That shock can leave the brain briefly confused, mixing up memory and imagination. Someone might believe they've seen the future, but in fact their brain, reeling from the sudden electrical shock, has simply jumbled up memories with imagination and stored them incorrectly. Lightning can also lock up muscles, disrupt the heart, and damage nerve pathways. That's why some survivors feel extra sensitive or notice a change in personality. Not because new powers appeared, but because an injured brain is struggling to regain its balance. A single strike releases hundreds of thousands of amps in a fraction of a second. If that energy shoots through you, it can scar your skin in branch-like patterns, injure the heart and nervous system, and leave painful burns. Occasionally, people show brief boosts in creativity or memory, but medically, injuries and long-term complications are far more common. Still, people love to imagine that lightning might magically rearrange DNA and unlock hidden talents. In reality, it damages cells and, in rare cases, may even increase the risk of illnesses such as cancer. Instead of soaring through the sky or gaining super speed, most survivors end up in the hospital focusing on recovery. So, here's what reality tells us. My friend, the medical bill comes before the superpower. Lightning can heat your body in an instant like a microwave, paralyze your nerves, and feel like an electric spike driven straight into your heart. If you don't collapse on the spot, you're incredibly lucky. But that luck is usually followed by burns, memory problems, and a long road back to health. Of course, there's no harm in letting your imagination run wild. Maybe I'd be the one exception. It's thoughts like that which make the world a more interesting place, right? But safety always comes first. Don't stare at the sky hoping for powers only to end up calling an ambulance. That's why scientists like to joke. Surviving a lightning strike is already a superpower.